Hey guys, tonight we begin something very relatable. Today's video topic is how castles were kept safe at night. But before we start, go ahead and like the video if you haven't yet. Let me know you're tuning in and tell me what time it is where you are. Dim your lights, turn on a soft fan or background sound if you like, make yourself comfortable, and let's begin tonight's journey together. The night has fallen. The sky above is a quiet ocean of deep blue, scattered with stars that shimmer like silver dust. A cool breeze moves through the tall grass of the countryside, carrying the faint scent of earth and the slow whisper of distant owls. Ahead, on a low hill, rises the shadow of a castle, tall, steady and timeless. Its stone walls catch the moonlight and glimmer faintly like pale marble beneath the stars. It is silent, almost sleeping, but not unguarded. Let's walk closer. The path is soft with mud from the day's rain, and every step is a slow crunch beneath your boots. You can hear the quiet murmur of the river nearby, a gentle stream that feeds the moat circling the castle. The water reflects the moon like a sheet of trembling silver. The night air smells faintly of smoke and moss, and from somewhere deep within the walls comes the faint clatter of a chain, a sound that soon stills as the drawbridge rises for the night. Inside, the castle's life slows down with the setting sun. Servants hurry softly through the lower halls, carrying candles, snuffing out the great torches of the day. The kitchens grow quiet. The last pot is cleaned. The fire in the great hearth burns low, its orange glow painting lazy shapes across the walls. A faint scent of roasted meat and baked bread still lingers, mixing with the earthy smoke of oak wood. You can almost hear the crackle of the last embers. Up in the great hall, the lord of the castle speaks quietly with his steward. They discuss patrols, watch rotations, and the gates, always the gates. Safety depends on the gates. When the final orders are given, the steward bows, his soft leather shoes whispering on the flagstones. He disappears down the corridor, his candlelight shrinking until it fades. Outside, the last of the daylight vanishes. The guards take their places along the walls. Each man carries a small lantern, the flame inside flickering like a trapped star. Their armor gleams faintly under the moon. One guard adjusts the strap on his helm. Another tightens his cloak against the cool wind. From the north tower comes the sound of a horn, one long, low note that signals the beginning of the night watch. The great wooden gates close slowly. They creak as they move, their iron hinges groaning under their own weight. A final thud echoes through the courtyard as the iron bar is lowered into place. A beam as thick as a man's arm, sliding into iron brackets to seal the entrance. The castle is now sealed from the world outside. Above, the moon climbs higher, casting soft light across the battlements. The shadows of the parapet stretch long and thin over the cobblestones below. The guards begin their rounds, slow, steady footsteps echoing on stone. Their pace is unhurried, their eyes scanning the forests beyond the walls. They listen for movement, for footsteps, for the sound of branches breaking in the dark. But tonight, all is quiet. Only the wind moves. Only the night birds sing. Down in the courtyard, the last of the servants finish their work. Buckets of water are lined up along the wall, ready in case of fire. Tools are put away. The stables are locked. The horses snort softly, shifting in their stalls, their breath warm and visible in the cool air. A boy brings in the last lanterns, his small hands shaking slightly from the cold. He hangs one by the chapel door, another by the inner gate. The glow of the flames is small, but it's enough to light the paths for the watchman. He glances once toward the keep, where windows glow faintly from within, then hurries away to his own small bed in the servants' quarters. Inside the castle's keep, the world feels heavier, slower, warmer. Thick walls block the wind. The air smells of wax, wool, and polished wood. The lord's family is preparing for sleep. The lady's maid moves quietly through the chamber, drawing heavy curtains across the tall, arched windows. The drapes fall like night itself, shutting out the stars. Candles are snuffed one by one, their smoke curling like soft ribbons in the dark. The only light left is the glow from the hearth, steady, orange, calm. The lady's gown rustles as she walks. The lord removes his belt and sword, placing them carefully on a wooden chest. Steel does not rest easily, but even weapons must sleep. They whisper their good nights. A prayer is murmured, a request for safety through the long dark hours. Outside the window, the castle's torches flicker against the wind. Their flames bend and recover, their light trembling over the stone walls. Each watchtower burns its own beacon, guiding the eyes of sentries along the ramparts. Far below, the moat glimmers faintly, a ring of liquid silver around the castle's heart. It moves quietly, disturbed only by a frog's ripple or the gentle splash of a fish. The night deepens. The world feels wrapped in velvet silence. You can almost hear the rhythm of breathing, the quiet harmony of hundreds asleep and a few awake, keeping them safe. At the gatehouse, 2 guards sit by a brazier. The small fire crackles softly, throwing orange light over their faces. They speak little. Mostly they listen, to the night, to the wind, to the faraway sound of an owl's call. One guard adjusts his spear. The other pulls his cloak tighter. The warmth of the fire is comforting, but it fades quickly when the wind shifts. From time to time, one of them stands and peers through the narrow slit of the gate tower. Beyond lies darkness, a rolling landscape of trees and fields bathed in moonlight, but all is still. No danger tonight. The guard sits again, and the silence returns, a peaceful, steady silence that feels like part of the stones themselves. In the chapel, a monk kneels before a candle-lit altar. His robes are simple, his hands folded in prayer. The wax drips slowly down the candle's side, forming pale rivers of gold. The sound of his voice is low, almost a whisper. He prays for protection, for the people, for the soldiers. For the travelers still out in the night, the candle flickers, and shadows move softly across the carved faces of saints and angels. The air smells of incense, sweet, smoky, ancient. Outside the small stained glass window, a star twinkles through the dark. It feels like an answer. The castle walls hold their quiet vigil. Each stone seems alive with memory of battles fought, of laughter heard, of winters survived. The wind moves gently through the crenellations. It whispers against the moss and ivy. The torches sway. The night continues its long, calm rhythm. Somewhere deep inside the castle, a door creaks open, just a hinge settling. A dog shifts on the floor near the kitchen hearth, turning in its sleep. Its ears twitch at a sound only it can hear. Then all is still again. The kitchen, once alive with fire and noise, is now almost dark. The great oven's coals glow faintly red, casting soft halos on the stone floor. Pots hang from iron hooks, their metal cool to the touch. A faint aroma lingers, herbs, meat, bread, smoke. It's comforting, a scent that speaks of warmth and safety. A single servant, half asleep, checks the embers one last time. He stirs them gently, adds a small piece of wood, and watches it catch light. He nods to himself, then leaves, closing the door behind him. The kitchen sighs. The fire hums. The night moves on. In the outer bailey, the animals stir now and then. A chicken rustles in its coop. A dog barks once, then settles again. The castle breathes like a great living thing. Every room, every person, every sound a small heartbeat in its body. Above, the sky deepens into black velvet. The stars seem closer now, as though the world has quieted enough to let them lean nearer. A shooting star glides silently across the heavens. A guard on the western tower sees it and smiles to himself. It's a small, silent blessing for the night. The air grows colder. The stones of the wall gather dew, and in every corner the peace of the castle settles, soft, ancient, unbroken.